which is very unusual. And Los Angeles already has crazy high taxes. California has crazy high taxes, the highest in the state. And you think people are like, I don't think we pay enough. Let's vote. And let's vote from home, the comfort of our own home with mail-in. I think mail-in should be outlawed, and I think you should have to show your ID. And, everyone knows there's some percentage of fraud. There's some percentage of voter fraud. And then there's some percentage of legal loopholes. One of the legal loopholes that Spencer Pratt outlined that is legal is you go to these homeless people and you get these homeless people to fill in mail-in ballots because they are citizens. They do live in Los Angeles. And you register them and you get them to fill out ballots and you give them money and you give them cigarettes and you give them whatever they want. And, there's literally, I think in Skid Row alone, there's something like, 40,000 people, Jamie? Something crazy like that. So these people were going to Skid Row. Like they were on Skid Row giving people money and cigarettes. Like there's videos of people doing it.
Guerrilla ballot harvesting.
Exactly. And so if you do that, these people, you're filling it out for them.
Would it be easy to do that without somebody detecting it? You think of some Nick Shirley type that's
going to
have
him. That's how we know about this. One of those Nick Shirley types caught people doing this.
Right.
There's video of it.
Right.
So and people had reported that they were getting paid to do this. And they're like, yeah, they gave me money, man. Those people are cracked out, dude. They'll do whatever the fuck you want. They don't care who's the mayor. It's not going to change them smoking fentanyl on the street.
What do you think about?
But that's legal. That's the thing. That's legal. It's a loophole. Getting them to register, making them vote,
incentivizing them to vote.
I don't know if that part's
that
legal.
Can't be legal. There's no way that you can give people money and.
I don't think you're gonna catch them. I don't think they care. I think on both sides they those sneaky fucks. They're doing that. Well, we'll do that next time. I don't think either one of them want to eliminate tricks. I think
because everybody wants the playing field to be open for everyone else.
I don't know. It's just it's the Bill Hicks joke. It's like one guy's holding two puppets. You know that joke? I like the puppet on the left. Oh, the puppet to the right is more of my liking. Hey, there's one guy holding both puppets. That's what I think a lot of it is. Most of these people that are these politicians on both sides are grifters who are trying to maximize the amount of money they can make in office. And then they can't wait to get out of office where they can go on a fucking media tour and go and get their bribes by speaking to banks. When you're going to speak to a bank conference, they're going to give you $500,000. Like, what? What? And Obama and Hillary, they all did those things. They all did those little speaking tours. Nobody gives a fuck what Hillary Clinton has to say at one of those bank meetings. Do you think they're waiting with bated breath? What does Mrs. Clinton have to say? Come on, let's give her $500,000 or $250,000 or whatever the fuck they gave her. And fuck off. You know what that is. That's there's a little scheme. There's a little thing. You're going to get out. You're going to get paid. You're going to write a book. We'll give you a nice advance. You're going to write a book. People are out there reading that Kamala Harris book. Crazy. No, it's all nonsense.
Where do you think this goes from here? Do you think 28 is more insane or less insane?
More. Accelerates. More insane. More crazy. Yeah. Look, the Democrats haven't even had a primary since 2012? When was the last time they had a real Democratic primary?
They had one with Bernie.
They fucked Bernie Sanders hard, dude.
Yeah,
that was completely corrupt. Yeah. When you read Donna Brazil's book about it, she openly admits they fucked him hard. And that she was scared after that Seth Rich guy got murdered. That she was terrified because he was the guy, supposedly, allegedly, that leaked information about them fucking Bernie Sanders to WikiLeaks.
Do you think he'd have won?
Bernie? I don't know. He could have. He could have won because a lot of people, including me, believed him. We believed that what this guy wanted was by small steps of eliminating corruption, make life better for people that are struggling and also no wars. It seems like he really believed that. And whether you agree with him on everything else, I don't think he's the same guy today. He's a little slower today, which is understandable. He's older. The guy's been in politics for a long time.
He's been in politics for longer than I've been alive.
He realizes that they're not going to fucking change things. It's like he's getting fucked. So he always supports the most progressive people. But when I talk to him, about climate change and the climate's really important. I'm like, have you really talked to actual scientists that really study the climate without a political agenda or an ideology attached to it? It's very, very complicated. And most of these people that are running around saying climate change is real, fuck, of course it is. It's always real. It's always real. But the dispute is how much of an impact are human beings having? And is carbon the thing? Because what most people don't realize is there's been times in history where there was way more carbon and the Earth was way colder. It's weird. The world's temperature is not static.
Have you been tracking AOC's pivot recently?
What she's froze her eggs. I know about that.
I think
She got rid of the man.
Called off the engagement, froze her eggs, has started posting, I'm on my way to do yoga, like
Good for her.
videos walking down the street.
Looking hot.
It's
Let's go. Maybe she'll be nicer that way.
Well, she also said woke one was crazy. Do you track this thing?
I did.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that you're willing to change your opinions based on public reaction. I don't like that. Because if you really thought defund the police and then you just ascribed it to woke one was crazy, well, how did it get you? Because it didn't get me. How did it get you? How did defund the police get you? Give me your thoughts. How far out did you track the consequences of defunding the police? Because I immediately went to, you're going to have more crime because no one's going to be able to stop the crime. We're going to be fucked. It's going to get scary, and then you're going to want more police. And saying defund the police is just going to make more police and more control and more totalitarian government. Like, what did you think defund the police meant? Everyone's going to, like, eat mushrooms and we're all going to, like, be flower children? What did you think? Because there's no police around, no one's going to do crimes, everyone's going to be great? Like, what was the thought process? Because if you're just saying that because everybody's like, that's fucking crazy, and enough people say that's crazy, you're like, I think they think it's crazy.
The wind's blowing in a different direction, time for me to move.
Have you changed your opinion? And if you did change your opinion, what were you thinking back then?
Yeah. I mean, these are the questions I think that we always want to ask.
Yeah.
You always want to ask that. That being said, to steelman what she was saying, or to try and put it in the best light, what she was saying, I think, the rhetoric got, what did she say? The rhetoric got like out of hand or something. Woke one was crazy. And she said that there was basically an opportunity to expand the Overton window, talking about a time where people were, to be honest, it sounds like a bit more pliable.
Yeah.
Like, because people are at home, people seem a little bit more, like, that line, never let a good crisis go to waste.
Yeah, sure.
It feels a little bit like that, maybe opportunistic. We can expand the Overton window. And then we realized, we overshot on here a little bit. That was a little bit crazy. But there are conversations being had now that wouldn't have been able to be had we have not expanded it during that time. And I go, the ends justifying the means with stuff like that doesn't wash to me. And then reversing your position or changing your position or sanitizing it, which is probably closer. Right, we said that thing, but we didn't really mean that. We just got a little.
There's a way out of it for them, but they have to be honest. If you want us to take you seriously, you have to say how you fucked up.
I thought you meant more thirst traps. But.
No, you have to say how you fucked up, and you have to say what you really think about how you fucked up. You have to be honest, and you have to be authentic. We have to know that you are embarrassed by your choices, and that you kind of went with the hive. Admittedly, you have to say that. If you don't say that, then you're full of shit. And if you're full of shit now, you're going to get more and more full of shit over time. And that's how politicians get soured. That's how they get compromised. A lot of them come into office. A lot of them come into office very opportunistic, or very idealistic rather. They have these wonderful ideas about, like, this is the great experiment in self-government, and I'm a part of it now, and I'm really going to help my constituents, and I'm going to do great, and they're going to love me because I'm going to really make their lives better. And then once you get in there and you realize how dirty this all is, you realize, you see Nancy Pelosi's worth $400 million. You're like, what? And then they tell you how to vote, and if you don't vote that way, they fucking ostracize you, but you want to keep your career. So you start making little compromises here and little compromises there. And you start bullshitting and you start lying. And once you start lying, you can't see the truth anymore. As soon as you start lying, you don't see the truth. It's not in front of you anymore because you're concerned about that lie. So those lies are in your head, and who you're trying to project yourself as, that's what's in your head. And you don't get to see, why is this system so fucked? What can we do to unweave it while we still allow corporations to profit? How can we put a cap on that to make sure that they don't get incentivized to break the law in order to supply more capital to their shareholders? What can we do to balance this out in an even way? That's what we should all be thinking. Not how can I make the most fucking money while I'm in Congress. And that's what a lot of them are thinking because everybody else is thinking that. And you look at the fucking thing and it's red, blue, red, blue. They're all insider trading and they're all rich as shit and they all make $170,000 a year. Like Ilhan Omar, was she like, she was estimated to be, her accountant said she was worth $30 million, and then be like, what? How the fuck are you worth $30 million? They're like, oh, it was a mistake. I'm actually, I'm not even worth $100,000. Like literally, it went from one to the other, and she attributed it to an accounting error. Like,
That's a big accounting error.
how
Fire your
mad
accountant.
would you be at your accountant if he told you, bro, you're killing it right now, Chris.
$30 million.
You're worth about $30 million. It's just
sorry,
they're-
100,000.
They're all dirt. Her and her husband had a winery, and it immediately got shut down. It wasn't making any money. There's a lot of these like fugazi companies that these people get involved with, and they start making money. You know Joe DeRosa, the comic. Joe DeRosa used to work for the Senate in Texas.
Do what?
He's a media guy.
Okay.
And he was like, you realize when you're around these people what's actually happening. And he's like, they're all getting donations from this and donations from that and gifts from that. And it's always managing these relationships with all these money people. And that's what's going on with all these fuckers. They're not in there trying to like make sure that their county's doing great and have access to clean water and fucking good schools. No. They're all just pretending that they're doing that. And when they're doing is they're making money. And maybe they're kind of sort of servicing the community a little bit. But the real thing, if you want to be a fucking top flight congressperson, you know, you got to make some money, dog.